I've replayed that moment over and over again in my mind, and I wish I could take it all back. The weight of my mistake keeps me up at night, and I need you to know I've never been more sorry in my entire life. Every time I think about what I did, my heart sinks deeper into regret. I can't believe I hurt you like that, and all I want is to make things right, even if it means losing you in the process. I thought I could move on, but the guilt has consumed me entirely. I can't go another day without telling you the truth, even if it breaks us apart forever. The moment I realized how much I hurt you was the moment everything changed. I'm drowning in regret, and I owe you an apology that's long overdue. I've been carrying this guilt around for so long, and it's eating away at me. You deserve to know everything. It's time I stop hiding and finally confess the mistake that's been haunting me. I never thought I'd make such a terrible mistake, but here I am, standing in the ruins of what we had. I need to tell you how deeply sorry I am, but I'm terrified you'll never forgive me. The mistake I made was like a storm, destroying everything in its path. Now I'm left to pick up the pieces, hoping you'll let me explain and maybe forgive me one day. I've kept this hidden for far too long, but the guilt has become unbearable. It's time I face my demons and admit the truth to you, no matter how painful it may be. I can't stop thinking about the moment I let you down. It replays in my head like a broken record, and I can't live with myself until you know how truly sorry I am. I betrayed your trust, and that's a burden I can't carry any longer. I need you to hear my confession because I can't continue living with this regret. It's time I tell you everything, even if it breaks your heart all over again. I made a mistake, and it's been tearing me apart inside. You deserve the truth, no matter the consequences. I'm haunted by the mistake I made, and I can't pretend like everything's okay anymore. It's time I own up to my actions and face the reality of what I've done to us. I wish I could turn back time, but I can't. All I can do now is confess my mistake, face your disappointment, and hope there's a sliver of a chance you'll forgive me. I know you deserve better than what I did, and I've been too much of a coward to admit it. But the time has come for me to face my mistakes and tell you everything. The weight of my mistake has been suffocating me, and I can't breathe until I confess the truth to you. I know I've hurt you, and I only hope you'll give me a chance to explain. It's been eating me alive, the mistake I made. I've been living in denial, hoping it would go away, but I can't escape it. I need to come clean before it destroys me completely. I never wanted to hurt you, but I did, and I've been hiding from that truth for far too long. Now, I can't keep running. You deserve to know everything, even if it costs me everything. I thought I could bury my mistake and move on, but it's impossible. The guilt is too much to bear, and I need to confess before it consumes me entirely. I wake up every day with the weight of my mistake on my chest, and it's crushing me. I need to confess, even if it means shattering your heart once again. I can't stand the silence between us anymore. It's time I come clean about the mistake I made and face the consequences, even if it means losing you forever. The guilt has been like a shadow, following me everywhere. I can't escape it, and I can't hide from it anymore. I need to tell you the truth about the mistake that's been haunting me. I've spent sleepless nights thinking about how I could have been so blind, how I could have hurt you so deeply. It's time I tell you everything and own up to my mistakes. I thought if I kept quiet, I could protect you from the truth. But now I realize that the silence is just as painful. You deserve to know what I've done, even if it breaks us apart. I've made mistakes before, but this one, it's different. It's like a scar on my soul, and I can't heal until I confess to you. You deserve to know the truth, even if it changes everything. I'm standing at a crossroads, and I know what I have to do. I need to confess my mistake, no matter how much it hurts, because keeping it hidden is only making things worse. The guilt has become unbearable, and I can't carry this secret any longer. You deserve to know the truth, even if it destroys what we have left. I've been living with this lie for too long, and it's poisoning everything good between us. I need to confess my mistake and hope that somehow you'll find it in your heart to forgive me. I've been afraid to tell you the truth, but the weight of my mistake has become too much to bear. I can't keep pretending anymore. You need to know everything. The guilt has been eating me alive, and I can't carry this burden alone any longer. It's time I tell you everything, even if it means we may never be the same again. The truth is that I've made a mistake that's been haunting me every day since it happened. I've kept it hidden for too long, but I need to confess, even if it costs me your love. I wake up every morning, hoping the guilt will fade, but it only grows heavier with each passing day. I have to confess my mistake because I can't keep living with this lie. The longer I stay silent, the more I realize how deeply I've wronged you. The weight of my mistake has been unbearable, and I need to come clean, no matter what happens next. It's terrifying to admit that I was wrong, but the guilt is worse than my fear. I can't go on pretending that everything is fine when I know I've hurt you deeply. I never wanted to break your heart, but I know my silence has done more damage than the truth ever could. It's time I confess the mistake that's been tearing me apart. I can't stand to look at myself in the mirror, knowing that I've hurt you. I need to come clean, even if it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. The guilt has followed me like a shadow, and I can't hide from it anymore. You deserve the truth, and I owe it to you to confess everything I've been keeping from you. I never thought I'd be the one to make such a huge mistake, but here I am, consumed by regret. I need to tell you everything and hope you'll find it in your heart to forgive me. It's been suffocating, living with this guilt. I thought I could bury it, but it's only grown heavier. It's time I tell you the truth, no matter how much it hurts. I've been running from the consequences of my actions, but I can't run any longer. I made a mistake, and I need to confess before it destroys me from the inside out. I know that once I tell you the truth, everything might change between us. But the guilt has been unbearable, and I need to confess the mistake that's been haunting me. I've replayed the moment of my mistake 1,000 times, and each time it hurts more. I need to tell you what I've done and face whatever comes next. I never thought my actions would hurt you as deeply as they did, but now I see the pain I caused. It's time I stop running and tell you the truth about my mistake. It feels like the weight of the world is on my shoulders, and I can't carry it any longer. The guilt of my mistake is crushing me, and I need to confess everything to you. I thought I could keep my secret hidden, but it's been eating away at me. I can't live like this anymore. I need to tell you the truth, no matter what it costs me. Every time I think about what I did, I feel a wave of shame wash over me. I need to confess my mistake, even if it means facing the pain I've caused you. I've been living in fear of what might happen if I tell you the truth, but the guilt has become too much to bear. It's time I confess everything and accept the consequences. I've made mistakes before, but none that have weighed so heavily on my heart. I can't keep this secret from you any longer. It's time I come clean and tell you everything. The regret has been suffocating, and I can't keep pretending everything is okay. I need to tell you the truth about my mistake and hope that somehow you'll understand. The guilt has been like a constant ache in my chest, and I can't bear it any longer. I need to confess my mistake and face the consequences, no matter how painful they may be. I thought I could move on without telling you the truth, but the guilt has been consuming me. It's time I confess everything and hope that in time we can heal. I've been carrying this burden of guilt for so long, and I can't keep it hidden any longer. You deserve to know the truth, even if it means losing you forever. The guilt has been like a storm, brewing inside me, and I can't outrun it anymore. It's time I face the consequences of my mistake and tell you the truth. I made a mistake, and I've been living in denial ever since. But I can't keep running from the truth. It's time I confess everything to you, no matter how much it hurts. I never thought I'd be in this position, but the guilt has been overwhelming. I need to tell you the truth about my mistake before it's too late. I've been hiding behind my silence for too long, but the guilt has caught up with me. It's time I confess my mistake and hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. I've been living a lie, pretending that everything is fine, but it's not. The guilt of my mistake has been crushing me, and I need to tell you everything. I've been carrying this burden alone for too long, and I can't keep it inside any longer. You deserve to know the truth about the mistake I made, even if it means losing you.